today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New Orleans Saints.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Cards, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
A look at the numbers last week for Olave. 5 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. You look at this Arizona defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. They'll set up a throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do you do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They're led out by their first-year quarterback, taken in the 3rd round of this past April's draft.
And we're talking about a young man who's been the talk of the NFL here in September. Came in and looked right at home. His team's 2-0. He's playing well. What's the big thing for him now, though? Not to become complacent. And I think the coaching staff has been working on exactly that.
Here we go, set. 33,
First carry for James Conner. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. You look at this Saints defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Here's 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
They'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
17. Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 41 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest. And it's now 1st and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good son. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Back to throw here. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Make it 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. A fumble recovered last week, and now 2 in a row.
Reminds me a little bit of an old teammate of mine. We used to call him the Vulture because he would swoop in and clean up after the play was made. But, boy, we said it with a lot of affection because he made a lot of game-changing plays by getting to the football that had been knocked loose.
What was your nickname, by the way?
Can you go get me some water, guy, please? The rest of us are playing.
Right. Too humble. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Conner up the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They run behind center with Conner. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll drop to throw. That is caught downfield by Harrison. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr., his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Etienne. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he's...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Cardinals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Again, a run with Connor. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Cardinals hit 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Connor will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
And you know he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team. The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape, and he's dominated here early on.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Ready. Blue 32.
Straight ahead, Etienne. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? And that one on the rookie, Charles. Maybe a little too overeager.
You know how many times we talk about the quarterback having to have a clock in his head and make sure the ball gets away before the rush gets there? When you're a pass rusher, you have to know when the ball is gone and make sure you don't hit the quarterback afterwards. I know he was trying to make a play, but that time he ends up drawing the flag.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints have got it back to within a score.
Santos with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So that drive 7 plays in length.
And it was Taysom Hill who finished it off with a touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Here comes third down at 7.
Looking to throw.
He'll get this to Connor underneath.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The offense on third down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. On the handoff, Connor. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's a 2nd and 7. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd,
as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd and 7. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this 1st half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Here we go, set. Red 38.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And that's complete to Westbrook Akine.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 2nd and 1. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. 3rd down and 13.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. Keeps himself upright.
And this one too low.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here.
And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start out in the Golden State, California. North meeting South. San Francisco heading to SoFi to take on L.A. And it's the 49ers who have taken the lead into the intermission. 2 touchdown passes there for Brock Purdy. From there, we head east to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Kyler Murray, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Cooper Kupp, a touchdown reception.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Cardinals ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
3rd quarter starts with a run from Connor. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Cardinals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. He completes it to Olave. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
The pass caught by Olave. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Screen play, here's Etienne. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Slant pass complete to Olave.
Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And that'll be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now here's a throw that's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Ready? Let's go. Drill 52. Drill 3. Ready.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals are able to stretch out their lead.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Olave holds it in.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
Third and 2.
95.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
They go play action here on first down. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. They'll set up a throw.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Draw play, Etienne.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Travis Etienne.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was Travis Etienne on the touchdown reception capping the drive. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. James Conner and the Cardinal offense ready to get back to work.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And now they're in the hurry-up. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here.
This one taken in by Olave.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
They'll look to throw. Reaching up for it, and he's got it. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive, 4 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz it? Do I need to pressure it? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
A run by Counter on first down, and a good one, as he'll get about 7 here. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. On the counter, it's Connor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cards are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He'll get that underneath ETN.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 18. He'll look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. They'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run behind center with Connor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now they'll run on the draw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose. And just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Brissett sets to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Flush to his right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
2nd and 10.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Cardinals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The focus goes back to Chris Olave, the Saints offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Tries the left side and finds Olave. Down the left sideline.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Now the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. favorite target yet again. It's complete. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Cards, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.